Yeah.
Welcome to this happy place. Walt.
Hello, welcome to TMSM L.O.L live on location, show number 5 for July 26, 2020. Please welcome your hosts, Michele and John.
I feel bad that you can't see me smiling. Obviously, I'm telling you now, I'm high risk. I'm nervously obsessed, so I'm keeping this on. She does not have to.
So welcome back to Disney Springs. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are so glad to be back after our hiatus, and we hope you guys are all doing well. And a big hello to our audience at home. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, everybody. And a big thank you to Wine Bar George here at Disney Springs for hosting us this afternoon.
Yes. I haven't been here except for this, actually. Have you?
I have.
Okay, I know my family has, the drinkers, and they love it.
Yes.
Apparently, there's 160 wines by the glass, bottle, and ounce. So that's a lot. And there's something about whiskey. I know there's big on whiskey. I think it also doubles as a hand sanitizer, so it's kind of like
Yes.
It may, and the hand sanitizer that I made and passed out to everybody is a bit potent, but you know, if you're worried about germs, use it because it's good stuff. We just wanted to make sure that everybody felt safe being back with us too. I know
just have
that.
to mention that Executive Chef Ron Rupert. Apparently food is good too. I've not tried yet, but I'm ready.
Yeah, so yeah, but some of them are already eating it. Hopefully you're happy with the food so far.
No, did anybody eat the food?
Yes.
What did we get?
Mac and cheese bites.
And
And delicious. Oh, good. Mac and cheese bites, you guys, delicious.
Very good.
Very good. Hummus is good too. I think I'm gonna have that. Good. Right. And then also we want to thank this month's sponsor, who all of you who are a ticketed guest are going to get an extra surprise on your way out, and it is from
the MainStreetTreat.com. No association with the Main Street Mouse.
No, that we don't own this treat company. We're already pretty busy with everything that we do. But our friends at the Main Street Treat Company, they are sponsoring the show. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram, and everybody is going to get a nice little treat from them. So we thank them very much.
If you are missing your Disney treats, especially ones that don't melt, you can go to the MainStreetTreat.com and get a box, get a subscription to boxes. I would pick the Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, heck yes.
Because that's my thing.
I love rice. And you know what? My kids love it too. So
They're also very diet, I think.
diet? They're good for you.
They're very healthy. The rest of it.
Cereal.
It's rice, it's a vegetable, I think.
And cereal is good for you, right?
So serious.
Okay. See, we can rationalize this for anything at this point.
Yeah, really fine.
Okay, so we have an hour show today. We are changing up our format a little bit. We've added a little more silliness, a little bit more, just what?
Did we?
I think it's a little sillier.
We'll see in a little while. I wasn't really okay.
Okay, so we want to, first of all, since we haven't seen you guys in a few months and we haven't been able to do the show for a couple of months, a lot has changed since the last time we spoke to you all in February. I mean, it feels like it was so long ago, but
The whole world.
the whole world is different now. So let's talk about some Disney topics right now and what has changed since we last spoke. Shall we?
If somebody told you that Walt Disney World would have closed a month before it happened, what would you have said?
I just said there's no way.
No way possible, and I see some faces.
Do you guys think this is what happened?
Never.
See, everybody, you guys can't see them, but we have a room full of people and they're saying, no, would not.
You know, and I guess I'm going to be honest, all silliness aside. You know, we're all surviving, and I don't think we talk enough about. Sometimes we get depressed. I had days at home where especially without Disney, Disney's been my go-to for therapy, my own therapy. It's therapeutic to go to the parks, and now you don't have it, and I've had days where I didn't want to, wow. So only people only see the happy post. We don't see the, wow, this is really bad.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of our job as, media personalities to be happy all the time. But, I've been very honest with some of the things I've talked about. I struggle with anxiety. I have for years, and it's been hard for me, especially in the beginning, because I never anticipated something like this happening to where the world was going to stop.
We are not good for talking to each other.
No, we're not.
Because I send her articles about coronavirus is doing this, and she's like, stop watching the news. I have anxiety, and it just, we don't help each other anymore.
He is not helpful. And what's funny, if you already have a panicky person trying to talk another panicky person down off the ledge, it is not easy. And sometimes
You tried, but you did try.
I've tried. I think I've done okay.
No, you tried to calm me down, but I usually then get mad, like, no, you don't see how bad it is. Well, here's another news article.
I know. Sometimes I'm just like, stop it. I could just tell them. But you're better.
I'm getting that much
You're
better.
better. And
I'm starting to get over it a little bit.
I think so many of us just want to get back to our lives. Everybody misses their happy places, and Disney is definitely one for us and all of you, and I'm sure all of you at home that are watching. And when Disney started opening a couple of weeks ago, I think we all had a little bit of reservation about it. Like, is Disney, what's it going to be like? Because it's not the same Disney that we've all been accustomed to our entire lives. But I do believe that Disney, yes, things have changed, but I think they've done a good job. So I thought we could talk about some of the things that are different now at parks.
Okay, knowing that I'm a scared cat, with this whole corona thing, I have a blood disorder that has to do with oxygen, and it's scary that if I get it, I don't know how that would affect it, so I'm scared. But I went to the studios late in the game, like everybody went already to the Magic Kingdom there, so I went to the studios and I felt really safe, and it's been 2 weeks now. And I'm healthy, so it obviously worked. I felt like I was never clustered with people or on top of people, and when it came to eat, they took your order, you weren't allowed into the restaurant until your order was ready, all the tables were spaced out. I would do it again.
Yeah, I've been to the parks many times, and my son is high risk. He has asthma, so I'm a fierce mama bear when it comes to my son. And as far as I bring my own hand sanitizer, we bring extra masks, we follow the protocol. There's stickers all over the floors there telling you you have to back up, and then the mobile order I think is wonderful for food. And as far as rides go, for those that have not been to the parks yet, you can actually, they have like that hand sanitizer before you get on the ride, it's after you get off the ride, and there's hand washing stations all over the parks. So you are never at a shortage to be able to, if you don't bring your own sanitizer like I do, for $5, then you can definitely find places to do that.
You never felt like they were leaving you to your own devices. But as everybody at Disney, unlike Universal to me, but I went in the beginning, so I don't want to badmouth them, but everybody at Disney was respecting the protocols. I couldn't believe that everybody stood 6 feet apart and was using the hand sanitizer. It just seemed like everyone was really respectful. And you were all in the same boat. We all want to have fun again, so everybody just do the right thing.
Yeah. And I think too, people don't like wearing face masks. It's hot. People don't like having things different. They don't like, the fact that there's no parades, there's no fireworks, there's no pre-shows. Well, Rise of the Resistance had their pre-show on it last week.
They did. Everything in the studios had a way to do the pre-show, but in the Magic Kingdom, it seemed to be like nobody spoke to anybody.
No, what's funny is that we stood in line last week for Runaway Railway, which only was open about a week and a half before the world fell apart. So a lot of people didn't even get to go on Runaway Railway. We were fortunate enough to be at the media event, so we got to ride a few times. But then I was a little disappointed because I couldn't wait to go back and take my kids, and we're going to go do this, and then all of a sudden, everything's closed. But Runaway Railway, the cast members were saying, they have a little pre-show movie where the screen opens up and they're like, oh, we had a goofy cause some technical difficulties or something. So they're not showing you the movie ahead of time, but you can still
But when
get
I
on
tried it, we had the movie.
You had the movie?
There was 7 stickers on the floor for each party to stand on, whether you were party 1 or 4. And then when they screened it, its thing, they would pull you in. Party 1, party 2, party 3, which is why I don't understand the stretching room in the Haunted Mansion, even if it was 4 parties in there, could technically, and there's 2 rooms there, so you could do it if they wanted to.
You know, I think that because the Haunted Mansion is such a classic ride, and you and I both agree that it's like our favorite.
It's my favorite.
I love the Haunted Mansion. And when I reported that the stretching room was not running, or you had to walk through, they have like ropes up to where you walk through the stretching room and where you get loaded onto the dune buggy. People were so upset about is this haunted room actually stretching? They skipped the Ghost Host skips that whole part. So the Ghost Host is down with the new program. Like you skip it and you
I
just
can't
walk
wait till
in.
that's back in. I think we're gonna have a lot of little celebrations when things come back. Think about, parades are back. It's a big deal. Fireworks are back. Can you imagine?
Well, okay, so let's talk parades for just a second. So instead of parades, we're getting what they're calling
Cavalcades.
character cavalcades.
And they're like random.
They're random, and it's kind of cool because at next keynote, like you'll be walking and all of a sudden you hear music really loud, and everybody starts looking like, oh, who's coming?
And just when a crowd starts to form, it's over.
It's over. It's so short to where people, they just don't want people gathering in large crowds. So cavalcades are just, you get to wave at your characters.
Yeah,
you have
and that's it.
that.
Didn't that make you feel a little normal when you're waving at me? It felt like, oh, this is good.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I felt like, okay, it feels normal for a second.
Yeah, it does. And they're using some of the music that everybody likes, like Move It, Shake It, and then the current one, they changed it to the Move It, Shake It, Mouse Dance It. Is that what it's called? That's a big word.
Is it Master Dance?
Yes. I think so. It sounds right to me. Mouse
I moved it, I shaped it.
Did you mouse dance it?
I don't think I mouse it.
Oh, darn it. So you should totally go do that. But it's cool though, because you get to see your characters. And I thought it was really nice that they had, they used the old float with all the princesses, and then they have a fairy godmother on the back, and she's waving as they're going by. So they're utilizing the use that they used to have.
That's good. I like it.
You like it?
I still want a nighttime parade to come back.
Okay, so sidebar. So if you could choose a nighttime parade to come back, would you choose one of your old-time favorites? Or would you choose something that have them do something brand new?
Brandon.
Like what?
Well, because we can see the sides that they can now do because of Festival of Fantasy, they can now make a bigger nighttime parade. But I want it to be like Spectro Magic, but good.
Oh, you're a fan of Spectrum Magic.
Even though I grew up with Main Street Electrical Parade,
I
there's
think
something about Spectro Magic music that gets me.
Spectrum Magic had great music. It was, it was so good.
It was.
And I think that's one thing about Disney. The music is so important to everything that they do, because you could be driving down the street, put on Disney music, and you feel that feeling. You don't even have to be there.
So that's why I feel with Epcot Forever.
For now.
That's all right. They threw in some music that we all like, so we feel like, oh, okay, but that was it. I don't know. I'm ready for Harmonious. I think that could be good too. If that's still even.
Well, a lot of people have asked that question as far as everything that was supposed to be coming in the next year. If you think about it, John, at the beginning of the year, we have all these wonderful things to look forward to that,
I think we still got most,
yes,
but some are delayed.
some are delayed.
Very popular.
Allegedly.
And the spaceship allegedly. And the spaceship Earth, I think that's allegedly to be referred.
Allegedly.
But we do know Primeval World,
Yes.
Rivers of Light, and what was one other thing that showed
Stitch.
Stitch.
Yes.
And Stitch, I feel like that's all like that was gone already.
I feel like Stitch has been gone a
Yes.
long time.
I don't
It
have to
just
smell
didn't-
that chili dog ever again. That was a horrible smell.
It really was.
And I like chili, but that was not a chili dog, that was something else.
Oh my gosh. Well, because I think because it had closed for so long, it was no surprise. Because when we put out the announcement, people were like, "Oh, I already thought that was closed." It kind of has been. They used it for meet and greets, didn't it?
They did.
Especially at Halloween time, you would get Elvis Stitch.
That was
in there,
good.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's the only.
That was more fun than the ride, unfortunately.
It really was more fun. Right. I just wasn't a fan, but so to my dismay, we had this discussion. We talk every day. have to figure that out. But when we have these discussions, we don't always agree on like what we think is great Disney-wise. And I said to him, "Oh my gosh, did you hear about Rivers of Light?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Okay, Rivers of Light to me, it was a promise that never, ever delivered for me. It was built up by Joe Rody, and I watched the end, and it just never crescendos, it never did it. And the blurry projections, and I was so sad. I was, because I know they can do so good. You loved it, really?
John. Okay, so.
I don't remember you loving it ever.
I love. All right, let me explain. All right, so everybody's, I'm getting the thumbs down. Oh my gosh, the audience is turning on me here. Thank you, Brandon.
I like the music.
Okay, thank you. That's
The music is good.
The music was great.
It's always good.
the music was good. That's what I was gonna say. Because I'm a sucker for, Disney music, and I basically cry all the time at Disney music. And the music in Rivers of Light made me cry. I don't know why, I just thought it was beautiful music.
Because you wanted more.
But because I was crying because of what the show wasn't good enough. Okay, so I did like the music, and I did like the big lotus flowers with the hoses coming out. Not hoses. The fountains coming out.
There are hoses, that's a good.
It was like a big sprinkler like you had when you were a kid, where you could put it on the hose and woo, it was kind of like that. But I used to always tell Scott, I'm like, oh my God, what I wouldn't give for one of those lotus flowers. I mean, he's like, what are you going to do with them? Like, I don't know. I just hook it up to the hose in the yard. But I would love to have a lotus flower and the music. But everything else, the way they hyped up Rivers of Light, we thought it was going to be the
The
best.
concept art looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So I learned my lesson. I don't get too excited anymore until I see.
I mean, and then they changed it. Was it last year that they changed
Yeah,
it?
well, twice, wasn't it? That they did the Jungle Book came first.
Yes.
Then Rivers of Light 1.0, then Rivers of Light 2.0, and again, it never.
They added Lion King characters because I think they thought it would make it more relatable and exciting for people. And I don't believe they
What would have
did
made
that.
it more relatable and exciting was if the two hoses met, they always fell, and the whole middle was empty, and it was a clear projection.
He's just.
I get mad because I know they can do it. I know they can. And I hold them to a high standard. So when I am excited and I love something, I love it. But that gets me angry. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with them trying again. I'm gonna roll all those dice again.
All right, so.
5.0.
All right, so again, apparently John's not all broken up about Rivers of Light. I'm upset about the music and the lotus flowers, and that's about it. And then
Maybe you can get the money.
I really, if anybody's listening, I really want a lotus flower. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'll even like run into hall and go get one. But the other thing that
One day for your birthday, I hope they make you a lotus, and I'll just come out and just say, happy birthday!
you gotta dress like a.
That means you can't get out of my head.
Are you gonna have the hoses like squirting all
I can do that too, yeah. I can
hold
hold them.
them. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so and the other thing that's going away was Primeval World, or as some called it, Primeval World, because people didn't feel good on it.
I felt like my life was in danger on it.
I felt like I broke the bones in my back when I thought, gosh,
We're negative, just being negative today.
we are, and that's not like us. Usually we're all
We're
cheering.
gonna get to the positive stuff.
I mean, I thought we're being past positive, but I
Listen, Ratatouille's coming, I'm excited about
I'm
that.
super excited about it.
We walked through Ratatouille about a month before the whole pandemic.
It was around Christmas time, they had a media event. We got to do a
Just
hard
about
tour.
ready, and it looked fantastic. I haven't been to Paris, so I haven't, but I watched videos. It's kind of good.
No, you don't watch the video.
I know, I can't, I
No.
can't see it.
You know what, I haven't watched the videos for that, and I have not watched the videos for Tron, because I don't want to ruin Tron either.
Tron, I can't.
You need to see the videos before you go, so you understand what's going on.
I watched like the first 10 seconds of the video, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to give myself spoilers. But when we walked through Remy's Ratatouille adventure, we already got to see like the concept of the ride and how they shrunk them down to the size of a rat. And so we got to see these big, it was like a, what do you call it?
Inside a refrigerator, kitchen.
Refrigerator or kitchen, and they had like these huge loaves of bread hanging above our heads.
Big fish.
Big fish, and it looked over to the side in the room we weren't supposed to go in. We didn't go in, we were just looking. And there was a huge broom. Do you remember the big push broom?
Yes.
And the crystals were like as tall as we were.
Yes.
I mean, it was just.
So it's more than just screens if you haven't seen it.
And it's going to be a trackless ride, just like Rise of the Resistance and Runaway Railway. So I really think that it's going to be awesome whenever they launch it. It should have been open by now, from what I understand.
So we're still getting Guardians.
We're still getting Guardians.
But that should be Primeval World on steroids. So if you have a screen poster, what else are we getting that we know about?
Oh, we got Red.
Mary Poppins, we don't know.
Mary Poppins, we
Tron.
don't know. We're getting Tron. You know, let's talk about that for just a second. Since we're being a tad snarky, I will say the Animal Kingdom is my least favorite park. And it used to be one of my most favorite parks. I just feel like there's not, do you remember years ago people would say the studios was not a full day park?
Yes, that's changed, yes.
Now I feel like it's swapped with Animal Kingdom because the studios, we have Galaxy's Edge now, we have, Toy Story Land, we have,
The Animal Kingdom, and I'm not saying this is you. I think people forget about the animals, they go for the rides.
I think so too.
If you go on the Maharaja Jungle Trek, and you go to visit the gorillas, it's a nice, you take the train and you go, there's a lot of, right, you can't just go for the attractions right with the animal. And then it's really nice, you can do all that, you can.
You can.
You just gotta stop and stay on the road.
But right now, like Festival of Lion King isn't playing. They're
Sure. I want to talk about that with you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, this is a thing.
Did I open a can of worms?
Well, okay, I have a lot of friends on Facebook, like we all do, that work Disney, I think it's called Equity, there's like actors that are cast members, and then there's actors that are professional actors. So like when you do the experience with the lightsabers, you're getting a professional actor that really makes you feel like you're in the story. Kind of like when they did the Great Movie Ride, those are like the regular actors that weren't professional. So they're not having the really good shows because of those professional actors. The union that represents them, I don't know if they're sending out these crazy videos. Has anybody seen any of these? The union, they put them on Facebook. They're putting out these things like, don't come to Disney, they're going to kill you with coronavirus. But all the people that I know who are in the union, the actors, are saying, stop union, we want to go back.
Yes.
We feel safe. We don't need testing every day. That's the big argument. We want to test them every day.
Every day.
So they want to go back to work and they want to make magic. The union is being very, they seem to be against their own people. So we're not going to get those good shows until that's solved.
It's kind of sad because there are a lot of people, like you said, that we know that do want to go back to work. And I'm sure that there's ones that don't. But it seems like people that we know are ready to go back to work and to get back to making magic.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody agrees with you. I might have 6 or 7 that I know well that are like, no, this is crazy.
No, they just want to go back to work. And I think that goes along with the lines of people who just want some sort of normal again. People want to get back to their routines. They want to go and feel normal again. I mean, and I think even though things are different right now, that some of us will just take whatever we can get. As far as like going back to the parks or going to Disney Springs, like if we have to wear a mask and if we have to do these things just in order to be able to get that little bit of normal, like we're willing to follow that protocol.
The mask is tough in the park. I'm not gonna lie. Every 2 hours I had to go to that relaxation station.
Yeah.
Take it off and just be like, ugh.
Yeah, you do need a break. And the only good thing as far as the mask goes, the parks haven't been busy. So if you are hot, you can go to a ride queue with air conditioning. And you're not standing outside.
But you have to do it. There's a way to do it.
There are. You can plan out your day. Like I know a couple of times we went to Magic Kingdom, like we went on Pirates because there was a nice break in the air conditioning for Pirates. Same thing with Haunted Mansion because you get to sit in your dune buggy for 10 minutes or whatever it is, and you get to breathe air conditioning instead of the Florida.
Did you find the air conditioning was less? Somebody told me that they feel like it's less.
Really?
Maybe to save money. Did you not catch that? No, it could be in somebody's mind. I'm just wondering if you.
Okay, so
Yeah, I thought that.
See, people are saying.
where did you notice that?
Mostly in the stores.
In the stores.
Okay,
I thought
that's
the stores were stuffy too.
They're actually claiming that the AC circulation can be another cause of corona
Oh.
movement. mentioned about it's been lower because of the fans aren't blowing as much.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear what the gentleman said. He said that he thinks that the fans could be lower because the air circulation could be another way to spread the virus. Very possible.
That's been from other sources, but I've heard people from that have gone around the parks.
I was thinking that Disney may have had a standard that says, hey, listen, we all have to be on 73. But now, because of the, saving money, maybe they said, hey, they're all on 75 now. We're going to do it that way.
But same thing allowed in the restaurants too.
Yeah.
Because I know a bunch of people that work there, wait staff in the restaurants.
Yeah.
And when they leave between the mask and the face mask and what they've done with the air conditioning, they literally walk out of there and rip it.
Okay.
Where,
Yeah.
and they're all complaining and it's like, well, this is company policy. So they're doing
It
something.
just could be a way to cut back to keep things going.
I went to work in the morning, it's a sauna.
Is it hot in
A
the morning?
sauna.
Okay.
At 5:30 in the morning, and there's nobody there, and we walk into fancy fair, and it's a sauna.
Oh, I'm going to say it on camera. I still have your gift for you. I just remembered it.
And that's coming from Councilmember's mouth, she said, that it's hot in the morning. So I think it's just hot from everybody, like, sometimes I feel like I need that break, and you go to breathe that air, and sometimes it doesn't feel like enough.
Okay.
But I do think that maybe when we get to the cooler months, it might not be so bad. I hope.
It is 94, right?
Yeah, and it's been so hot this summer. I mean, it's hot from the first time we get up in the morning, it's hot. If we go to let our dogs out at night, it's still hot.
And don't ask Alexa or Google what the temperature is, because it always has to tell you what the feels like temperature is.
You're
Like
at
80
17.
degrees. But because you're in Florida, it's 104.
104, have a nice day. Bring your fan. Oh my gosh, okay, another sidebar. Did you see, because Scott got it. So I've seen people walking around with neck fans. Did you guys see this?
Oh, the one with the two fans?
Yes.
They're pretty good.
He bought one.
Even if you have a fat neck, it works.
Yes, it blows the air right up in your face. And it starts like 6 seconds. So he put it on me the one day. He goes, okay, here's setting 1. It's a nice little breeze. He goes, out 2.
See what you just said now? So it blows the air right in your face. So somebody coughs over there, it goes, right into your fan, right into your nose.
No, I did not see what it's like.
But that's what it does.
It does not.
You don't want to blow the air right into your face.
But it's so close to your face. Somebody would have.
Maybe you can install UV light for 4 fans.
I have 4 on order, they'll be delivered tomorrow.
Okay, see? Oh,
And I get them for $9 each.
Get us one for $9.
yes.
Go to Facebook
Facebook.
and join the groups that say amazing group codes, amazing deals codes. And then you apply the code, and it went from,
Amazing
what was it,
codes.
$18 down to $9.09.
Are you one of those like coupon clippers?
No, my daughter sent me into this group.
Okay, I'm sure.
I just got to bed. The price for like $18.
So you could have had it for 9, Scott.
But the speed, I think it went up to 6. My contacts were getting dry on 6. I was like, I know, I'm like, oh my gosh, turn it down. But see, he gets overheated really quick, so that would hurt for him. For me, my contacts would probably dry up and fall off. But there's better to have a medium to where you just turn it down a little.
I really need Liz to smile or I can't go on with the show.
How long do the batteries last?
My daughter said it lasts $12.
Really?
So, one more thing before we switch our little format. The other day, Universal put out that Halloween Horror Nights was canceled for this year. And I know that a lot of people were disappointed with that. What do you think?
I didn't see that coming because I know how much money Universal is losing and Halloween Horror Nights is their cash cow. Everybody I spoke to who was involved said it is a go. And all of a sudden, pulled the rug out. But I don't know how they were going to do it. I have no idea how that could be done with social distancing anyway.
No, because it's so, I don't know if you guys have been to Horror Nights. I've only been once, because I'm scared. And it's so crowded. The scare zones, everybody is like shoulder to shoulder. When you're standing in line for the houses, there is no, I don't know how they would distance because it's so crowded.
How about when they chase you with the chainsaw?
Oh, when they chase you with a chainsaw, I mean, would they have to stay 6 feet? That might not be a bad idea. I might feel a little bit better, because
Or if they have plexiglass around it.
plexiglass. If you're gonna swing a chainsaw with your glass in between, I'd be okay with that. But scaredy cats like me, it's like, I mean, it was a fun time. And I know somebody who actually was hired again to be a scare actor, and he thought said everything was a go too. So this announcement was not totally surprising, but surprising for some and disappointing for some because we are doing Mickey's Not So Scary this year, and people thought, well, at least we have horror. And we don't have horror.
And now we're thinking at least we have Christmas, but do we?
No.
Do we?
No, I don't think
so. I don't think so. I think the event is fireworks and parade mostly. You know, that's what people go for, and then if they can't do it, what are we doing?
Because that's true, because if you guys remember, last year they had a new fireworks show and a couple little additions to the parade. They put like Pixar characters or something in there. But the new fireworks show was a big thing.
Yep, that was the Jack Skellington.
At Halloween, and then at Christmas it was Minnie. Minnie was hosting the Christmas fireworks, remember?
Yeah.
And so that was a little bit different, and that's the draw, is the parade. If there's no parade, what are they gonna do? And I mean, I think it's, I'll tell you too.
But they are selling tickets for it, aren't they?
Are they still?
I thought they already canceled.
Did they?
No,
Not the Christmas.
Not
Christmas
Christmas
hasn't
yet.
officially been canceled.
No, Halloween.
But I don't know if they stopped selling tickets.
Well, you can't get them until a certain month, that's when they come out.
There was a time
Sale.
they already started selling the tickets at some point, I remember.
Yeah, I don't.
I think they're rolling up to Halloween, I don't remember Christmas.
All right, maybe, you gotta
Yeah,
check.
we can hope.
He's checking.
Does someone want to verify?
I'm checking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I know right now it's not canceled as of yet, but it's still only technically the end of July. They had to do something because Halloween starts in August here. So,
Time.
I think it might be time, okay? Oh, thank you. She's done.
So I'm gonna do the song,
I learned late in the game that tea meant like gossip.
you gonna do I'm a Little Teapot?
We have a little Mrs. Potts teapot.
What time is it, John?
Did you hear about the lady that picked up the duck?
No, did not hear about
Did we
it.
all hear about this?
Yes, I
No, somebody, okay, so
What's the tea, John?
this is the tea. The tea is that she is a cast member, this lady, and I don't want to bill her because I don't know the situation. But I'll bill her because she picked up the duck. So, you know, the ducks will walk around hiding, even if she grabbed one and she's laughing about it. Now, since I was a kid, if I ever saw a baby bird, my mom said, you don't do that because it can go back to the family or the mother and they reject it because it's got, I don't know what. You're not supposed to touch the wildlife.
No.
So she's touching the duck.
No.
You're going to take me.
Well, of course. Okay, so what's my little bit of tea?
Oh, you guys, there's so many.
No, like we do this all the time, so we thought we would share our little
We're
bit
sharing
of tea
tea.
sessions with Walt. Okay, so another thing. Did you hear about the 3 caballeros and 1 caballero fell over? It's the 2 caballeros now at.
Dude, there's baskets now where he was, just baskets.
And then I heard they moved the baskets too, so it's a big empty spot. And it was Jose in the green outfit that went kaput.
I saw a video where they put flowers where you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody said, I looked up today, I knew we were gonna do our tea time. So I looked today and somebody said that they may have moved the baskets and now it's just a big empty space. I don't know what happened to Jose. You know?
I think they'd be on some solid metal. How did he just keel over?
I don't know.
And he was still doing his stuff. And he was.
He's laying on the ground doing his dancing. Can you imagine?
No, that's it.
You know what? I have an extra serving of tea.
Oh.
I feel like he's excited.
This is the big. Oh, I know.
No, you got 2 more on the
Okay,
list.
go ahead.
I'm gonna throw you this one.
Give me the big one.
Actually, no, we're gonna save the big
Oh,
one. We're
okay.
gonna save that one till the end.
Okay.
Alright, so this isn't really tea, but it's sort of tea. So did you know that at the end of the Haunted Mansion, the executioner was missing for the longest time? You know, the tall guy.
Oh, the one
he
that
had
took
the
Scott.
belly.
Yeah, no, Scott, he didn't execution again.
Yeah, he missed it. Never
He
mind.
missed it.
Okay, so when the execution was gone for months, they reopened the park, and guess what? The executioner is back, but the opera singer is gone. And you can still hear her because she does her opera singing at the end. But did you guys know that why she is there? Any trivia buffs? Because it's not over till the fat lady sings. Now the fat lady is missing, and we can still hear her singing. So here's my wonder.
Does he look better? The execution, like, was there a reason he was gone?
He looks like you can see shadows on his belly now.
So maybe they're doing that to her?
I'm thinking the fat lady's under refurb. I'm gonna guess. And I feel really bad calling her the fat lady, but because that's not very nice. But that's why, because it's not over till the fat lady sings it. Oh, and I feel bad. I'm feeling bad about an inanimate object calling
She's
it
the
fat.
opera
She
singer.
is
She's
animated.
the opera
She
singer.
moves.
But it's not.
I know.
All right, you get it. But yeah, she's gone. So the next time you guys go on Haunted Mansion, you will notice that where the executioner that used to be an empty space, he's back, and now there's an empty space over here, but you can hear her sing. That's what I got.
All right.
Okay,
You want the big one?
Okay, here's the blue one.
Hold on, we gotta get a bigger cup.
Okay, let me have it.
If I say diaper bag, does anybody know what I'm talking about?
You want
I
some
guess
guns
they
for you?
Okay, it was 2 guns in her diaper bag and marijuana.
Oh, Lord, help us.
What kind of a day was she expecting at Epcot?
If she'd been at the Pirates, it would have been fun.
Pirates, right, I could see it. What was she in the diaper bag?
I don't know anybody who would put firearms and
Was she protecting the pot?
maybe.
Because she thinks she can get away with it.
But she got arrested, she went to jail.
I was just gonna ask you what happened to the pot Beverly.
So, when you're at jail, they say, what did you have planned today? I was gonna go to Epcot, we're gonna go to Morocco, but now I'm in jail.
Yeah.
That's a different day.
I wanna say that it would probably ruin her magic, that they kept her diaper bag out.
So now I've heard that really diaper bags are getting extra check-ins. But Disney security did its job and they did it.
I just don't know what she could have been thinking that.
Unless somebody put it or just left it and it wasn't like,
Okay, so-
It's not too good.
no, you know more info?
She had a 9mm and a 45.
9mm and 45.
Oh my
You think
God.
there's one could do the job.
Plus her pot, you know.
Plus the 5. Well, you need the munchies because you're gonna go to Food and Wine and stuff. But maybe she thought it was Firearm and Weed Festival. It's in between Food and Wine and Flower Garden. I can't.
I wonder what the merchandise would be for that festival.
Supposedly, though, what they said, the one gun was just like sitting in the back of the bag where you could actually see it. And the other one was inside on the bottom of it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, talking about somebody with brains.
There could be a whole show of what security finds.
Oh, yeah.
They could do a whole show, because I'm sure that's not, I mean, that's probably uncommon.
The airport has numbers every year, how many hundreds and hundreds of people they catch with guns.
There is one more little thing. And this one, I don't want to vilify the parents, because I don't think they were fault. The Merida balloon.
Oh, here it goes.
Yeah, I think that was a freak, one-time freak accident. I don't think you can control your kids 100% of the time. Merida was, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Because that horse could have took out a frontier landing.
And the trainers that have the horse.
That little skinny guy, you are wonderful.
He is awesome.
I didn't think did you see the horse?
Yes.
Pretty good? Yeah, they did a great job. That could have been a lot worse than what.
So for those who didn't see the video, there was a video going around that a balloon kind of went at a horse that Merida was riding in the cavalcade, and the horse got scared, and it could have been way worse than what it was.
Well, they got wrapped around it too. Where did you see the new one this morning with Arenas Brothers in China? Did you see that?
No,
2 kids running around, and they have the world's largest crystal castle. The 2 kids running around ran into the.
$5,000.
Wait.
They ran into the counter, and the whole counter went over, and the whole castle was absolutely destroyed.
this is I think they could hear it on the camera. The Rivas Brothers Castle in China went over because okay, there I might blame the parents.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
And they went under the rope. It wasn't like, you know, it was like your table, it was.
Do we know how much that castle cost?
Yes.
$5,000.
I'm looking it up.
Oh,
You know, they will
my
make,
goodness.
Arenas Brothers will make another one.
64,000.
Yeah,
$64,000.
64,000.
And like,
They're trying to repair it, but.
Do they take the public visa
I
card?
was just gonna say that, cause like if your kid breaks something, you know, the right thing to do is offer to buy it. But if it is $65,000, I don't think that's an easy replacement.
500 hours to make.
Oh my
That's what
god.
I was thinking the five night thing.
There's probably insurance on that type of stuff.
There's a lot of it.
As much
The
as,
kids did not get hurt, right? Because that crystal is like clicks.
Yeah, but I'm sure they just like.
No, it was his display case. So they-
Oh, yeah, but I mean,
Went over.
the case could come down.
Yeah, that's true.
64,000.
Oh, I would ground my kids for eternity.
Maybe they got an annual pass discount on it at least.
Oh gosh. Okay, I wanted to throw in an extra little bit of tea.
Go ahead.
Just because we were talking about Epcot. So we were talking about what people try to get into the park. And I remember when we first moved here a few years back, we were standing in line to go into Epcot. I think it was food and wine season, but it was in the morning. No, this was like early. The kids were at school. We went over to get some pictures or something. And the people in front of us had a huge bottle of tequila in the baby stroller. And I mean, it was a big bottle of Jose Cuervo. They pulled it
That
out,
sounds fine.
and it was like the Sam's Club size. I mean, I'm just like, what in the world were you gonna do with all of that?
We're all getting more.
My gosh, it was a lot. So, of course, I had to, put my listening ears, because I wanted to know what they were gonna say. So they said, you cannot bring that into the park. You cannot bring your gallons of tequila into the park. So do you know what the man said to the security officer? What if I pull to the side and drink it?
No.
Yes. What if I pull to the side and drink
What
it?
did the security say?
He's like, you can do what you want, but you're not bringing that in here.
I wonder if you drank it.
I don't know. I would have guessed
Was that the
it.
same day that somebody climbed the Mexico Pavilion?
Oh, maybe it was the same guy. Because they said you can't bring it in here.
I will tell you, I had tequila once in the La Cava tequila,
Yeah.
and the boat ride was a lot of fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
I was singing, da, 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 and then I saw them hanging Donald, and it felt like they were hanging him.
Did you? But then it was the 3 Caballeros instead of the 2
The two-
for Jose.
I love those roundabouts. I hope they come back.
You know what's so funny is that nobody wants to talk about when something bad happens. They just pretend like, oh, like Jose's missing, like just like with the opposite.
But it was funny, Donald is missing on the ride. That's the theme of the ride. Remember, Donald, I said Donald.
Yeah.
almost.
Well, now it's Jose.
Now it's something.
All right. So are we done with our tea?
Well, do we have any other topics we're skipping, guys, that you guys want to go?
Is there anything that we didn't touch on that you'd like us to before we
Fast
start?
passes.
Fast
Fast?
passes.
Yeah, what is that?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Don't
don't
need
know.
them.
Virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance. That's about all. And that's another thing.
Frozen.
Do you have virtual queue change? It used to be 3 times a day, and as of Friday, it's 2. And we went this week, and we got in at 10 o'clock. We were boarding group 23, and we didn't ride until 3:45. And we were at 23. So I think that was part of the problem, that they couldn't do the 4 o'clock one because they weren't getting everybody through as it was. So, I mean, do you agree?
I heard.
It's on the app.
I'm glad you're giving you 2 groups.
Now it's 10 and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 2. It was 10, 1, and 4, I believe.
Should have been 10 and 4 is what they should have done.
But you know what's funny is that we got into the park at 10, and usually you see people like running to get on a rider, because everybody stopped at the gate like this. And everybody's got their phones out because they're trying to get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance.
Isn't it amazing how one attraction just takes over?
But it's so good.
It is. I like the minis.
Yeah,
I still watch your video.
It's still so new.
I'm not gonna need it.
You love it, but you
We
need
are
to
Saturday.
Do they, like,
It's a
what,
different ride.
from when you rode it back in like February, January, whenever it came out to now? What's the difference? Because I haven't written it yet.
What is the difference with what?
Why is it resistance?
No difference.
No difference.
Well, that's what I wanted to know, because I haven't written it yet, because I haven't watched any videos you post. I am literally staying away from anything.
It'll be much better.
I was supposed to run it in March. They shut everything down the week we were supposed to be there. So I need to know, because if I like, that's the one thing I have to do.
You're gonna love it, but there is no difference. It's still
They're
the
supposed to go on the 17th and close the 15th.
Yes. We were there, like, we were supposed to be there that Monday before they started closing everything down that week.
I'm getting, from our little producer over there, the next, so, John.
I'm staring at Liz. Liz, you need to smile, or I can't go on.
Okay, so,
We need to give out paper. Are you guys aware of the old match game? Okay, I like that game, so I thought I could take TMSM and change it to two match some Michelle. So she doesn't even know the questions or the answers. We have given out paper and pens to you guys. We do have little prizes that they're not great, but it's something. And then we have really good prizes also, but the game is not good for us.
oh gosh, I didn't realize that's what you changed.
Two match some Michelle.
Oh Lord.
I'm
Okay.
hosting, I can't do that.
Okay, all right.
So I have questions here.
Andrew was going to pass out.
Thank you, Andrew. Everybody gets one piece of paper, and you can use it for all 5 questions.
Yes.
Even the kids can play this one, actually. They tell you come up with an answer. And you don't have to make your answers look, easy. You'll see. Like here's the first one. Just want to make it easy. And it could be anything.
No, he's making me think of answers on this, which I wasn't prepared for.
So you're going to write yours down too, right? Oh, we'll do it here. Yeah, in a second. No, it's not yet. I gotta go. Oh, I try to know when everybody has paper and a second.
And we will start the game.
Or even if you share it.
Or we share it.
And what we're gonna do, I think, is as people are right, we'll keep narrowing it down. We're only the people who are correct play, so that we get to one person. Maybe. See how easy it is. Thank you, Andrew, for handing out paper.
And thank you, those of you at home. You can feel free to play too and put your answers in the comment section because that's always fun.
Oh, you can see. Yeah, but you can't put them out after you get it, right? We need to know beforehand.
Yes.
All right, do we all have paper to pen mostly?
Mostly.
Okay.
What about the back room? Do they need it too?
We're good.
Good? Okay.
All right. Ready? Hold on. I got my music. We got music for this too.
He's got music for this too.
Here we go.
If I can find it. Don't find it. No pressure.
Okay, ready? Michelle walked into the Magic Kingdom.
Wait, where's the music?
The music was when you answered the question.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry.
Michelle walked into the Magic Kingdom and abruptly turned around and marched right back out after she saw. Michelle walked into the Magic Kingdom, abruptly turned around and marched right back out after she saw. Do we all have an answer yet?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start with this table.
It's Figment in the wrong part.
Figment, you know what? Pretty good. She said Figment. That is not correct,
But it's a
but
good
it's a good one. Anyone else from this table?
The bathroom is closed.
She saw the tangled bathroom is closed. Good one.
She saw you.
She saw me.
Yes!
All right, you're not winning any more prizes. You said the same. Anything from kids? Anybody here? Okay.
Any guesses?
Minnie kissing Goofy?
She saw why would she walk out if she's so, oh, Minnie is goofy.
Okay, awesome.
I will say, one up here, the take-home bathroom is completely gone.
Oh, that was
Okay.
heartbreaking.
So far, we got one that's close. We might give it to the close person, but
Anybody from the back?
Birthday cake fest.
no. Michelle picked Sunny Eclipse. And she doesn't like Sunny Eclipse, and she doesn't like Figment either.
That's
She thinks
right.
Figment needs a timeout, so. Alright, so we can see we have a winner there.
Because I was torn between Figment and Sunny Eclipse, and the only reason I did Sunny Eclipse was magic.
Alright, we got more of these.
But wait, there's more.
When Michelle saw the cue for Rise of the Resistance, she yelled blank at the top of her lungs. When Michelle saw the cue for Rise of the Resistance, she yelled blank at the top of her lungs. I need you to fill in that blank. Me too. I don't know if it was a short cue, or if it was a long cue, or if it was a Susie cue. I don't know.
I think anything's gonna get it.
Okay, come on, shout out your answers out of it.
Fire.
Hold
May
on.
the force be with you.
No!
Does anybody know any of Michelle's phrases?
Oh my gracious.
Not remember.
That back room should know them all.
Alright, we have an easier one. She said holy cannoli.
Holy cannoli.
It's been 5 months since we,
That's true.
Alright, this one's an easy one, but maybe not. I
See,
don't
he
know.
didn't tell me what these were, so I have to come up with it on the spot, so, sorry.
After eating 2 churros, a Dole Whip, and a turkey leg, Michelle promptly went to the.
we have to write it
Is
down.
that what we're all gonna write down? Really? I'm gonna tell her not to write down. So come up with something else. There are projects. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Do we have anything other than bathrooms? What? What did you say?
I was at the teacup.
That's what I got first aid.
Okay.
First name is right. Okay. So let's do the next one between the 2 people that got it right. Okay? See, how do you remember what I wrote here?
What is it?
With all the new COVID-19 protocols at Walt Disney World, Michelle said they should temporarily change the name from Disney World to Disney blank.
Oh.
She doesn't.
With all the new COVID-19 protocols, Michelle said they should temporarily change it from Disney World to Disney blank. I'll say all right, the 2 people that had it right, what did we, wait, no, she gotta say something, what did you say?
No, let them go first.
No, you can't, you're matching you. All right, you want me to match me this time, and I'll take responsibility?
You take it.
Okay, I'm gonna take responsibility for this one.
I was gonna say Disney World, because you have to run the house.
That's fine, that's good.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Disney COVID?
That's good too, I was gonna say Disney torture. Hold on, okay, this is the last one, last one. All right, Michelle, you have one of this.
All right.
Okay, this, they're gonna get this one pretty easy. But I hope not, let's see. Yeah. Primeval World closed, and Michelle is holding out hope it gets turned into a blank attraction.
Wait, say it again?
Primeval World has closed, and Michelle is holding out hope it gets turned into a blank attraction. Yes, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, we got 2 winners. All right, I should make these harder next time. Do you like this type of thing?
Yeah.
All right, okay, so tentatively.
But yeah, well, in all fairness,
Whenever more people will have more matches.
hey, yeah, everybody in here knows Tango's my favorite. I think no secret of that. So that was an easy one. I could even
Oh,
answer.
what part do we have? What part?
We at the end of the show.
Okay, at the end of the show, you get something and you get something.
And don't forget, also our sponsor this month also has bags for you.
Oh, that's right.
The Main Street Company, no association with the Main Street Mouse, but the Main Street Treat Company.
The MainStreetTreat.com.
Yes. And that's,
I think there's even cards in the bags for some of
Yes.
the treats that they gave you.
and you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. And also I want to thank Becky at MEI and Austin Travel for the, she donated the raffle prize this month, which is the Kevin Rafferty Runaway Railway designer ears.
They're not like regular standard ears. Those are like limited.
Limited
design.
edition, and actually Kevin Rafferty is one of the Imagineers who did Runaway Railway, and he has these special ears. So that is Becky donated that for this one. And I think that's about it. So were you guys like our new format a little bit sillier? To be more formal. We can sit and look like, news does next time. It's just, I like the silliness.
Two cards.
You guys, yeah.
Well, Zip and hold them up over here. No. I think we're good.
So again, thank you to Wine Bar George at beautiful Disney Springs for hosting us this time. We are supposed to be at Raglan Road at the end of August, I believe. Watch our social media. And
Then we are buying drinks.
I'm right in the road, I will.
Raglan
For
Road.
one person.
We should be at Raglan Road unless, things are always a little bit subject to change because of the rules and things. But, we plan on keeping our shows going. And as far as we know, August is Raglan Road. Follow our social media and we will let you guys know for sure because August is already coming up and we will want to get tickets out so that everybody can get their tickets so they can get a seat.
And do we know if Cirque du Soleil is still having that beautiful show that was preview?
I have not heard anything about Cirque.
We're supposed to be at Cirque also at some point.
Yes.
If they're still.
Well, it's on hold from what I heard.
Yes.
But there are some tickets, aren't there, for like,
They canceled them and then they went to selling them again, so I don't know.
that show, I'm praying that we get to see it because it's gonna be great.
So I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
Thank you at home for watching. And be sure to share this show with your friends. So if you know somebody else who might find this a bit entertaining.
Tickets are not on sale for the holidays, Christmas season yet.
Christmas
If
is
they're,
not.
it's on hold.
Okay.
Okay, so for those that were looking before, no Christmas tickets.
Very merry, we don't know about
We
it.
don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then, when we get together next month, we'll be able to have more things that we can talk to you about, more updates, more fun. So we will see you next month. Thank you again, Disney Springs, Wine by George, Wine Bar George, and thank you to all of you. And we will see you next time.
Love you guys.